Welcome to musicmoveit.com, and today I want to talk about some reasons that artists and bands fail. Now, there's a meme going around lately I noticed on Facebook and other social media sites, and I'll show you a picture of it. I don't know how old it is, but I just started seeing it recently. It might be really old for all I know. But it's like reasons that rap and hip hop artists fail. And a lot of people in the comments are like, oh, you know, a lot of it's bullshit, da da da. But almost every one of them is true, and I'll tell you why. And it doesn't just relate to hip hop artists, it relates to every artist and band. It's any genre this can relate to. So I have it on my phone, actually. And I am going to go through each one and give you my reason that I think most of them are true on here. So, number one, why rappers, well, instead of just rappers, I'm going to say why artists and bands stay local. Number one is SoundCloud. Now, this one I don't have as much as a problem. I mean, it's not, to me, SoundCloud is cool to showcase your music. Honestly, I don't even know why they put that on there. I guess maybe just because they're just releasing their stuff on SoundCloud and they don't do anything else with it, maybe. I'm not really sure. But SoundCloud is an okay thing. I mean, it's a great place to store and upload your music, and you could send people links, things like that. But I think they mean that you're not going to get famous on SoundCloud, basically. But number two, open mics. Again, open mics are cool for any genre, but I think people get this local mentality and they keep doing the same shows in the same places. So they keep going to do these open mics, and that's it. They're not expanding to any other city or any other state, and they get this local mentality and they just stay local because they keep doing the same damn shows in front of the same people, basically. So that's my take on that. Number three, posting all day in Facebook music groups. And I've spoken about this before, and this one is absolutely true to me, because in these music groups, you're posting to other artists, basically, because it's all, in these music groups, it's all a bunch of artists posting their music links, which is fine, but you're kind of marketing to the wrong group, because you're marketing to other musicians, basically. And yes, that way it would be good for networking and maybe getting some other artists to want to do a collaboration or something like that. And yes, you can gain some fans, but it's like other artists trying to do the same stuff all together. You want to market to people who have nothing to do with the music industry, for the most part, that are just music lovers. Those are the people that are buying music. Like I said, I mean, posting in them, it doesn't hurt. You can network with other musicians and things like that. It's like a vacuum cleaner salesman trying to sell his vacuum cleaners to another vacuum cleaner salesman. He's got his own stuff. Why would I want to buy yours? You know what I mean? But I know it's different than that even more, but still, I see what they're saying there. You can only get so far posting in these groups because it's just a bunch of other musicians. So yeah, number four is Reverb Nation. I think it's kind of along the same clouds as It's along the same lines as SoundCloud, where people get like number one on Reverb Nation in their city, and they think they're number one on Billboard or something, but it's far from that. You can't really get famous on Reverb Nation. It's just another great place to network. To put your songs on, your bio, so fans can check it out. But it's almost like another website full of other musicians. I don't really see people who don't have anything to do with the music industry going to Reverb Nation to find new music. I mean, I should take that back. I guess they do. They would. But let's face it, Reverb Nation is just a site full of musicians. It's not like a site you want to be on, or an app even, or whatever, is like a Pandora. Or Spotify. That's where you want to be, because your music will be heard by other music lovers that are just trying to jam out or listen to other music. It's not a bunch of musicians promoting their stuff to other musicians. So that's my thought on that. Don't get me wrong, these sites are good to an extent, but you're not, you can only go so far with them. Number 5 is bad management, and that is absolutely true. If you hire your best friend who has no background in artist management, and you're just doing it because he's your brother, your friend, your cousin, you may not get so as far as you want to be. I mean, I've heard of success stories where, they hired a friend to be their manager and they did an excellent job. But if you have bad management, you're going to not do too well. And that's a fact. I always say, try to keep away from family members and friends, and try to actually hire somebody that does this for a living and who has, a client list from the past that you can check out, because they will have your best interest in mind no matter what. If it's a friend or family, drama happens, and number 6 is they already think they're famous, and that is absolutely true. A lot of these local artists, they think they're nationwide, and they're not, and they have this attitude like that, and that will kill you. Like I always say, be respectful and be professional around other artists and bands, because you never know who can help you in the future. Don't act like you're famous already and snub other people like that or anything like that, because you want to really build bridges. And my phone's going off, I'm sorry. But you really want to build bridges, not burn them with people. Let's go to number 8. Buying fake likes and views. This is just stupid. Maybe like 7 years ago, or not 7 years, maybe like 7 years ago, people were doing that just to get record labels to take notice of their MySpace or whatever the hell they were doing back then, or their YouTube. But it just gets to be kind of suspect when your YouTube video has like 500,000 hits and likes, but there's no comments. You know what I mean? It just doesn't add up. And A&Rs and people who work for labels are hip to this, and they know people buy likes and views, and it's pointless. You know what I mean? You got to realize if you're buying likes and views, you got to sit there and think in the back of your head. You got to be thinking, this is all fake. I know some people say fake it till you make it, but it doesn't work as much anymore. So I would stay away from buying fake likes and views, and YouTube views and things like that. You're not building a fan base. You need to build a fan base, a legit fan base. So stay away from that. Number 9, no real promotions or marketing. And that's absolutely true. You got to know, I have videos on this, the difference between promotions and marketing, things like that. Get to know that stuff. Know the difference. Know how to promote. Try to stay away. Try to hire people to help you if you're not good with like Photoshop and things like that, because they can help you, and they can make your postcards, your album covers, all that stuff look legit and industry standard. If you suck at it, it's going to show through that you're just like some bullshit indie artist who's trying to do things himself. Don't do that. Hire people. And that leads me to saying number 7. I actually skipped one, which is no budgets. And that is a huge thing. Stop thinking everything is supposed to be free when you're a musician or a band. And that goes along the same lines as that you think you're famous already. Even the famous celebrities, nothing is always free. Yes, they get like free shoes and clothes and stuff, but in return, obviously, they're supposed to wear that stuff out and promote it like that. But as far as label stuff, anything this artist is doing, traveling to do promotions and marketing, they got to pay that back. It's coming out of their royalties. If they're taking a plane to New York City to do promotions at Sirius Radio or whatever, the label is going to get that money back, that they put you up in a hotel and all that stuff. It's all coming out of your royalties. So nothing is free. You need a budget. If you don't have a budget to do things right, that's fine. Save up. And I know that sounds kind of stupid to some of you, but don't do things half-assed. You have to be professional to look professional. So if you don't have a budget to do certain things, save your money and do it right. Try not to do things half-assed or cut corners. There's nothing wrong with not having a budget, but just don't put something out without a good budget. It's going to go nowhere. You can't just release your music and expect people to come and buy it without promoting and you need money to promote. It's just a fact. You can do some free promotion, but you got to spend money to make money. And music is a business, and if you want to do well in business, that's what you got to realize. And the last one, number 10, is no talent, and that's an obvious one. Some people, with things being so much cheaper in the music industry as far as recording and releasing an album and things like that, everyone wants to be a musician or in a band or an artist, and anyone could kind of buy, spend $500 and have a decent home studio and record. But that doesn't mean they have talent. You got to have talent. You got to have talent, and you got to just don't rely on like your friends and family to tell you you're awesome or whatever. You really got to listen and be thick-skinned and take criticism well. When you put your music on sites and people leave comments, if they say you suck or they don't like something, don't take it so hard and don't be like, oh, whatever. Listen to your fans or people who listen to your music, and take things into consideration. If they say you suck doing something, then practice and get better at it. Because if you don't have the talent, your career won't go far. You might get somewhat of a career, because there's a lot of no talent people out here, but you want longevity with your music career. But that's it. That was the top 10. Not top 10, but those were the 10 things that that list said, and I thought it was interesting, and I kind of wanted to bring it up here. But I wanted to mention again the promotion with Jango Radio. It's like a streaming service. It's like a Spotify, Pandora type thing. And I have a special offer with them. And they're offering artists and bands that use my link 100 spins on Jango / Airplay. I think it's Airplay Radio, or Radio Airplay, I think it's called. So it's Jango / Radio Airplay. Jango is the app that music lovers go to listen to music. Then the musician side, where artists and bands and labels submit their music, is called Radio Airplay. So I'll put the link in the description. Take advantage of it. It's 100 spins they'll give you. Sign up. And like I said before, they actually give you they'll let you know who's listened to the song, what type of station it appeared in, because like Pandora and stuff, you can create stations of your favorite artists, and then they'll play that artist and similar artists like it. So they'll tell you who heard the song that you have uploaded, what type of station it was in, like what the person typed in to listen that your song popped up on. It'll tell you where I think where roundabouts where they live, what part of the country, or if it's a different country. And a lot of times they'll have like their Facebook profile that you can actually reach out to these people, which is really cool. I like having those type of statistics. So use that link below, get 100 spins, check it out. It's pretty cool. And give this video a like if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. I love talking music business. If you have any ideas or something you want to talk about, or you want me to talk about, or questions, leave it in the comments and we'll do a video on it. So I want to say thank you, and I shall see you soon. Thanks for watching, and if you want to subscribe to this channel, hit the link now, and we will be back with more videos, how-to videos, all related to music business, and we shall see you soon. Thank you.